the Atlantic and enjoying a little R&R, a little vacation, get away from the cold up in North Dakota. We do this call every week. And, a couple of reasons that we do this call is that we're trying to support our team. We're trying to show people how they can build a business easily. And I think a lot of times people get so confused with different things about the compensation plan. They think that they have to know everything, all the ins and outs, all the little intricacies of the compensation plan. And really, honestly, you don't have to. You can build a business, and really, we're going to go through that tonight real quickly, and then I'm going to jump off the call. And every week, then we do a second part of the call. And Katie Larking, my friend and business partner from down in Australia, she's got a great understanding of the products and the science behind the products. And she spends some time going over a product, kind of the product of the week. Let's call it the product of the week. So I'll start out tonight. And really what I'm going to say is that, if you're just getting into the business and you want to dabble your toes in the water, you want to, just kind of test the water, or maybe you're just, you've got some health challenges, you want to, just, not really get involved with the business too much. What I have to say may not be exactly what you want to hear, but listen anyhow, because someday it's going to make sense to you, and you're going to go, hey, I wish I would have done that. Or you might say, hey, I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna do that. So I'll start out by saying this, is that when you get into network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales, however you want to look at it, the thing about it is a lot of people, they don't really look at it as a serious business. They think of it more like a hobby. And, when you do a hobby, the reason that your tax department in your country gives you a discount on hobbies is because there really isn't any money that's made. And so if you're doing this kind of as a hobby, you're trying to make $100 here or there, enough to pay your products, that's a hobby. What I'm talking about is if you want to make some serious money, and I'm going to say that 97% of people who get into network marketing never make consistently $1,000 a month. Think about that. I mean, the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and 2 years ago in the company that he was with, he was making $700,000 a month. That's what he was taking home from the company. And so that's not a hobby. He's treating it as a real business. But 97% of people never even make $1,000 a month. Katie, isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If you're not making $1,000 a month, really, honestly, it's not because you're not necessarily trying. Maybe it's because you just don't understand. And a lot of times what can happen is you can get into what's called paralysis, analysis paralysis, where you're trying to learn everything about the company. You're trying to learn everything about the products. You're trying to learn everything about the compensation plan. Folks, you don't have to do that. What you have to understand is simply this, is that when you get started, think of it about like startup costs, right? When you start a business, if you're going to make a business that's going to consistently pay you, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I mean, the potential, like my friend, $700,000 a month, right? If you're going to get started with a business that has a potential to pay you $700,000 a month, $750,000 a month, think about it. How much does it cost to get involved to start a business like that? And it's going to cost you a little bit of money. Well, the beauty of this versus starting like a franchise or a chain restaurant or anything like that is that instead of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started, you only have to put out about $500. And it varies depending on the pack, but you start out with what's called a wealth builder pack. And it's a one-time purchase that you have to make. And what it does is it opens up the doors to every piece of our compensation plan. You're not leaving any money on the table. And I think that's really, really important. You don't want to leave any money on the table. If you came and worked for me, you're going to say, how much do I get paid? And I said, well, I can pay you either $10 an hour or $20 an hour. You do the same thing. What do you want to get paid? Well, of course, you're going to get paid. You're going to want the $20 an hour. And that's the same thing here. Do you want to get paid the minimum or the maximum? So you start out, if you're doing this as a serious business, you come in as a wealth builder, you do it once, and that's your startup cost. So $500 to get started with it, it's actually less than that. But to get started with a business that can pay you up to $750,000 a month or more. I know people who are actually making more than that in this industry. And then you have a monthly overhead. Think of it as overhead. What does it cost to keep your business doors open on a monthly basis? And it's going to be about the same thing. You're going to spend anywhere from $300 to $500 a month. I just bought my products the other day. It's all in product. It's not blue sky. It's not advertising. It's not paperwork. It's not, that you're throwing the money out the window. You have to buy a certain dollar amount of product, and that qualifies you to get paid. And in this business, you're buying $300 worth of product. I just bought mine the other day with shipping and tax and everything like that. It was about $340. And that qualifies me now for the month to get paid. And you do that month after month after month. So that's kind of the two things that I talk about is what do you have to do? Those are the two things you have to do to get started. And then the next thing that you have to do is you have to go out and you start looking for other people who want to start a business. If they want to just eat hamburgers, they're not going to go start a hamburger stand. They're not going to start a restaurant that sells hamburgers. In this business, if all you can do is buy products and that, you're not really looking at starting business. With this, you're looking for people. You're looking for three serious people who want to start a business, and you explain the overhead, you explain the startup costs, let them listen to this video, let them listen to this audio that we're doing right now, and it explains it. And you find three people, and then you help them find three people who want to do the exact same thing. And Katie will talk about a product, and we've got 30 plus products that you could choose from, different packs, things like that you can do. And Katie does an excellent job of describing that. But what you're going to do is then you have your overhead each month. You find three people that want to do the exact same thing, and the exact same thing is helping those three go out and find three that want to do the same thing. And then you help those 9 people, because 3 people will find 3, that's 9. And you help those 9 people go out and find 3. 3 times 9 is 27. So now you have 27 people on that level. You have 9 people on the level above that, and you have 3 people above that. So those 3 that you found, you only know 3, and you leverage those 3 to find 3 each, and you leverage those 9 to find 3 each. Now you got 39 people in your organization. If everybody is doing exactly what I said, they're buying $300 worth of product on a monthly basis, you're going to make right around $1,000 a month, give or take, depending on bonuses and commissions and things like that. You're going to be making about $1,000 a month. I'll tell you what business can you do where you can go out and find 3 people who will join you that understand the whole objective of building a business, and now you're going to go out and build $1,000 a month. It puts you in the top 3% of network marketers in the world. It puts you in the top 3% of network marketers in the world. But folks, it doesn't stop there, because now if you take those same 39 people and you teach them each to go out and find 3 people, that turns into what? Now you have 81 in your organization, 81 people. So now you're going to be making about $1,700 a month. You go one level deeper, you have those 81 people, you help them each find 3. You have 243 people in your organization. And you take a look at that, that's going to be paying you about $2,500 a month. Folks, I'm telling you, it really is as simple as I'm saying. You don't have to know the compensation plan. You notice I didn't say, oh, here we have, compensation plan number 1, where you sell product and you make 25% by selling product. I didn't explain that, you get paid 7 levels deep, you get paid 7%. I didn't explain that you have a bonus that you get paid just for being at a certain rank. I didn't have to explain matching bonuses, any of that stuff, because honestly, when you start getting into all that, especially with somebody that's new, guess what, Katie, they get confused. And when people get confused, guess what they do?
Stop working.
They sit down and they stop working because they're confused. Because that's what people have been taught to do in this world. Is they've been taught, well, don't take any risks, don't take any chances. If you stop, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know where you are, just stop and somebody will come and find you. That's what we've been taught in this world, and that's not what we want you to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you a simple thing. Will you learn everything else? Will you learn some of the science? You bet. Not now. Katie, that's all I really wanted to say tonight. I'm going to jump off the call. I'm going to let you take over, folks. Thanks for being with us tonight. Those of you that are listening to the recording, thanks for listening to the recording. Get back to the person that got you here. It really is as simple as I'm saying. You don't have to make this thing complicated.
So thanks everyone for jumping on the call, and if you're watching the recording, welcome. So I'm going to share some slides here with you, just on the product that we're covering today, which is Sizzle Rip. So let me just bring that up here. We're going to finish here at 11:30, so 15 minutes. Okay, great. So Sizzle Rip is one of our fantastic products. Well, we have so many fantastic products in the Sizzle line, but I really love this product. And I'm going to share some key information about this product and why I really do love it and why others love it too and why you might love it. Okay, just a quick disclaimer that none of the information given tonight is medical advice. Please consult your doctor before taking supplements, and none of the information in tonight's presentation is designed to treat, diagnose, prevent, or cure any disease or illness. So it's all there, and let's jump into it. So Sizzle Rip provides the most efficient ratio of essential amino acids needed for protein muscle synthesis. So notice on this slide, we've got the key word essential, meaning for optimum health, for your body to function, you do need those essential amino acids in your diet. And so sometimes these can be hard to get, especially if you're not eating a balanced diet. And I know there's certain amino acids I think that you can't actually get from your diet. But in this presentation, we're going to talk about those essential amino acids. So really, if you're listening to this call and you want optimum health, you do need those essential amino acids. So we're going to go on to the next slide here. So the mystery of muscle protein synthesis. So how do our muscles develop? How do they grow? So our muscles rebuild and regrow through muscle protein synthesis, and amino acids are the building blocks for this process. So when somebody talks about protein, the building blocks, or if you break protein down, it turns into amino acids. So some people don't realize that. So essential amino acids cannot be produced and must be included to supplement our diet for our bodies to use them and build protein. So this is really important. So to unlock the power of amino acids. So this formula that we have in Sizzle Rip was based on the science of Dr. Robert Wolfe, and he actually spent millions of dollars and decades of his life researching the perfect ratio for amino acids. And he did lots of clinical trials, human clinical trials, and his team actually cracked the code on the best ratio of amino acids. So we can actually talk about the fact that this product has human clinical trials behind it, which is fantastic. And so this was a groundbreaking discovery, and our formula is clinically, we can say this, proven to provide superior muscle growth, regeneration, and conditioning. Now, the story kind of goes that Dr. Wolfe, I think there was children in hospital who were, suffering from burns, and he found that when they are kind of, not moving much, as with all of us, if we sit on the couch or don't move, the old motto goes, use it or lose it, and you start to lose your muscle mass. And this can happen quite quickly, particularly if you're not moving. This is a big problem because as we age, we want to keep as much muscle as possible. It's really important to keep our muscle mass as we age because you need it for just general living. I mean, to be able to get up out of a chair requires muscle mass. You need muscle strength and muscle in your legs to do that. If you fall down on the ground to stand up, you require muscle and muscle strength to do that. So it is really important, and just general daily living. And there is a direct relationship between the amount of muscle you have and your overall health. It's not just about looking good. Muscle is much more important than that. It actually is required for not only strength, but also for your whole body to function properly. So based on this multi-million-dollar studies, Sizzle Rip has the essential amino acids, which we've discussed, and 3.6 serving offers fantastic support for your muscles, and larger doses may also support, gaining muscle, I guess, faster. So we've got branched chain amino acids in there, and so they're also referred to as BCAAs, are one of the most important factors in muscle development, and they increase the rate at which protein synthesis whilst reducing the rate of the degradation or breakdown of your muscle. So, we really, even if we are sitting around, we don't want to have our muscle breaking down. And so going back to the story about the children in the hospital who were suffering from burns, Dr. Wolf found that when he gave them a certain ratio of amino acids, that they will be able to maintain, a baseline of muscle mass, even though that they weren't moving. So this is really important. So and this is possible because of these amino acids and in the right ratios. So this is another reason why you really want to have this product. And it can really help you recover more quickly from exercise as well. Oops, sorry, let me go back one. So if you don't have enough essential amino acids in your diet, so if you're not getting enough, your body will take them from your organs, so your brain, intestines, and other things. So obviously, if your body's going to take them from other organs, that's not going to be good for longevity. That's not good for overall health, and basically you're in a deficit. And so you really want to make sure that you've got enough EAAs, essential amino acids. And again, maybe you don't want to have too many as well. So we've got actually we had a little recording there, but I'm not going to include that today. So our formula contains 3 effective amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And so these are crucial for muscle mass, and it helps us with energy and endurance. So we've also got a natural sweetener in there, stevia, to help sweeten the product. So I'll jump to the next one. So when do you actually use Sizzle Rip? So maybe you've just bought some, or you're thinking about buying some because you want to improve your muscle mass, or maybe you're not feeling as strong as you used to and you're feeling a bit weak and you're starting to notice this because you're aging, then this could be a really good product for you to try. And particularly, you don't even have to be exercising to use this. The ideal time to use it is after exercise. So if you've gone for a walk, or if you've done some stretches or gone for a run or to the gym, that is the best time to be using it straight after, because that's when the muscle requires these nutrients to help repair and grow. So our product does a really great job at supporting the body and building that muscle. And again, we can talk about the clinical trials that they are proven to really actually work. So we're going to finish up here. I'm just seeing how we're going for time. Actually, we're going to be a little bit early today. But before we finish up, I want to talk about a testimonial. I really love this testimonial because, people love to hear stories. So that's all really good, Katie. You're talking about all the facts and all the detail of the product. I'm really not going to remember that. But what I will remember is, what sort of results have people got with this product? And more importantly, will I get the same sort of results if I try the product too? So we've got a great testimonial here. So obviously, Eleanor's son was using Sizzle Rip, and he really wanted to put some more muscle on. And you can see from the picture on the left to the right, he's gained more muscle, and he's really happy with his progress. So this product can be really great for young teenagers too. So anyone, who's into they're a bit more into their physique and they're more concerned about their muscle mass, this could be a great product for them to try. And so, as she says here, that her teenage son plays football and he wanted to get more muscular, and he was really happy with his progress. And he was also lifting weights for strength training as well. I love this testimonial here. This is one of my favorites. So we've got the before and the after, obviously, all the way to the end. So some people, and I had a friend like this who really had trouble gaining weight, couldn't really gain any muscle, couldn't actually just put any weight on, and it was always a problem. I've had quite a number of friends, male friends in that situation. I don't think I've had any females in that situation. But you can see here after taking the Sizzle Rip starting at 48 kilos and going all the way to 73 kilos. So by taking the Sizzle Rip, and I think he was taking 2 or 3 servings a day, he really kind of stepped it up with a number of servings. He actually got to 73 kilos in 24 months from starting at 48 kilos. So that's quite a lot of weight, and that's a really good result. Now, what was amazing about this product, Sizzle Rip, I actually heard a fantastic testimonial the other day, and I'm sure Sandy wouldn't mind me sharing, is that I don't know if it was eczema. I think it was eczema, actually, and sort of irritated skin. And that when her son started taking, when he ran out of the Sizzle Rips, it all came back, the eczema. I think it was all over his neck, and it was really quite bad. And then after he got back on the Sizzle Rip, that all disappeared. So it's just amazing how the body will use essential amino acids. And it really highlights the point that essential amino acids are not just also for muscle building. They play other roles in the body as well, which we won't go into today. But you definitely want to make sure you're getting these essential amino acids in your diet. And you want to make sure that you are looking after your muscle mass, because as we age, we start to lose it at a faster rate. And as I mentioned before, the motto is use it or lose it is really important. So we do want to stay active and we want to maintain our mobility. If you start to lose your mobility, you're going to start to, you're heading towards the end game a bit faster, because, the body is designed to move, and this is really important. Also, as we age, we're more susceptible to falls. And one of the main reasons people fall as they age, aside from coordination and balance, but actually is muscle mass. They don't really have enough muscle in their legs, in their body, to actually maintain themselves and to be able to avoid a fall as well. So having that muscle mass is going to help prevent falls, and there's a direct relationship between falls and muscle mass as well, and of course aging. And unfortunately, we do have to work harder. I mean, as we get older, we want to kind of relax a bit more, to kind of take it easy. But as you get older, you do need to put more effort in to maintain yourself. It's actually harder. It's harder for somebody who's older than somebody who's in their 20s to gain muscle, because the body's just starting to wear out. So we're going to need to even, step it up a little bit and put more effort in as we get older to maintain ourselves. And this is really important, especially if we want to enjoy good health, we want to enjoy longevity. But the reason we want to enjoy good health is because we want to feel good. If you're healthy, it's going to go a long way towards making you feel good, particularly if you're focusing on all areas of your health, both mental and physical as well. And the Sizzle Rip can also help with mental health as well, because you've got those essential amino acids, and the brain needs your amino acids too to function properly. So, Sizzle Rip can actually have far-reaching benefits for your overall health. So I think that was the last slide. Yeah, so thank you for viewing the presentation, and please get back to the person who shared this with you. So if somebody's taken the time to share this information with you, please reach back out to them, because they obviously care about you and they wanted to, help you and help you improve your health. And if you've enjoyed the first part of this presentation, then earn a bit of extra money and contribute towards your wealth building as well. So we're going to leave it there. Hopefully I can end the call. Dr. Kurt, he normally runs the presentation, so let me just try here. I can. All right, well, thanks for jumping on the call. And if you're in my team, we've got a great call on Monday night. We've got a lot of great stuff to share on Monday night. So if you're in my team, remember, Monday night I'll be sending out the invitation later today and reaching out to everyone. So thanks for jumping on, and thanks for watching the recording, and have a great weekend. Bye.